What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today's video, we're actually going to be going over something that I think is extremely important and not actually talked about as much as it should be. We're going to be going over my favorite trading platform, the platform that I actually use every single day. And lately, with TD Ameritrade's Thinkorswim being down for many users, it only makes this video more important. And so this is the account that I've actually been growing from a few $100s to now nearly $15,000 in just about 10 months of trading. And yes, I've deposited money, but I've also been compounding my trading profits along the way. And so hopefully this video can kind of show you guys what I actually use on a daily basis and why I actually love this platform and what it has to offer that a lot of people overlook. And I promise if you stick to the end of this video, you'll see how you can get access to an additional feature for free that you usually have to pay about $25 per month for right now. So here we are inside of my computer, and we are going to be talking about the Webull Desktop 4.0 platform. So they've been updating their platforms here and there, and now this is the Webull Desktop 4.0 update, and I want to actually talk about this platform. So what you can do with Webull is you can use the web app version. So you don't actually have to download the software on your computer. You can just go on to the web app. I think it's app.webull.com, and you could just trade on the website version. So you will need an internet connection, but that's pretty much all you need, and you don't have to worry about the software running on your computer, taking up space, this, that, and the other thing. But this is the desktop platform where I would highly recommend you actually get access to this, because I think it's a little bit easier and it's really cool and streamlined to see. There's a lot of stuff here, so I don't want to confuse you, but I do want to share what it has to offer and why I like it, and some of the key features that I actually use every single day. So starting off, here we are inside of my account, and what we can see here with my account, it's going to give you your overall. So right now I'm showing this past week. We're looking at my profit and loss. So it's okay, it's $12.57. As of right now, we can see my account value. Over the past week, we can really go back and look over the past 6 months, for example, and see the account growth right there. We can look at the profit. So over the past 6 months, we were nearly $6,000 in profit. We can see that profit percentage, a P&L percentage of over 139%, which I think is actually really cool. So this is actually something that I think a lot of brokers should make more easy to see. I really respect the fact that Webull has this feature, because I can just see, and you can also look through your trading P&Ls and see what stocks you've done the best with, where you've earned dividends. These are actually from some free stocks that I got that I just so happened to be holding when that dividend was actually given to me. And you can also sign up for margin interest, where Webull will actually lend your stocks out and you'll get paid an interest rate on them lending your stocks. And so here we go. So this is cool. I talk about this every single week in my weekly trading videos. We go into my account, we go into what I'm holding, what I'm buying, what I like. And so this is always what you can get access to in terms of what I'm doing, but let's talk more about the platform. First thing I want to note here is that we can go into the settings tab. I do think it's probably better to see, or a little bit easier to see here, if we do turn to a darker themed. So I'm gonna click on that. And then what I also want to do is, so here we are in the dark theme, and then now I can click on this trade section. So this is actually really cool. What you can do here is you can set some custom presets so that when you do go to your trading widget, which we'll talk about what that is in a second, you can already have what you pretty much know you already want ready for you, so it makes it that much faster and it streamlines the process. So you can always put a stop loss order with your initial order. It's like a bracket order. I don't actually do that myself. I don't actually use a hard stop loss. It's all mental stop loss for me, but you can do that, and you can put a take profit order. This is actually pretty cool. I think this is actually really helpful. So what I like to do, and I personally will just do this myself after the fact, but what you can do is immediately after you buy, you can immediately have a sell order in place. And so if you're someone who's day trading quickly on a very short time scale, this can be very helpful, where you can have yourself taken out. If this thing runs up 10% in the next couple minutes, you'll have yourself taken out right away. And this way you can give yourself the time to come in after the fact and assess, but at least you know your sell's in place. So if it runs up quick, you'll make sure you get out for a profit, and you'll probably be happy with that number. So that's an option. We can change this quantity to pretty much whatever you would like. So we can kind of go through, we can do a percentage, we can do a quantity, whatever you want to do. Now I'm always going to have extended hours checked. That's just me. This way I don't have to worry if I'm trading pre-market or after hours. I don't have to worry. And that is one big thing to note here with Webull, which I think a lot of people discount the importance of this, especially when you're trading certain stocks. Now for me, I am someone who trades small cap stocks, penny stocks, whatever you want to call them, okay? These stocks tend to have news in after hours and pre-market hours. So what does that mean? They can issue a press release, which is good news, which will spike the stock up, and I am looking to sell into those spikes. This comes between the hours generally of 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. You can't trade during those hours on many platforms. Robinhood. So that being said, I want to make sure I have access to that. And a lot of brokers do have pre-market, after-market hours, but Webull is by far the best because you can trade from 4 a.m. Eastern to 8 p.m. Eastern. That is all hours that the market is open during pre-market and after hours. You can trade. That is something that I actually find a lot of value in, and why I've really switched to Webull many months back, and I have not looked back since. Another key thing here, you can look through the frequently used share quantity. So there's a lot of things you can do, and we'll see this actually shown later on in the video, and we can set these up to show, if you are someone who's wants to just have a quick order thing ready to go, and you know that you're always going to be buying anywhere between 10 shares to 500 shares. If I trade stocks generally in that 50 cent to like $5 range, well, this might work for me based on my position size and account size potentially, but you can customize this to however you would like, and use this however you would like. Moving up the left-hand side here, we can click on the Contact Us, and you can open a ticket, and we will actually, every time I've contacted them, they've been very, very quick to respond. And other platforms, generally, when you use a chat feature like this, it can be very difficult to get a response. And so I've actually had no problem with them, just something little that is something you probably don't have to use very often, but if you do need it, it's good to have. There's also a learning section which you can take a look at, which is pretty cool, but we're gonna look at the paper trading section next. And so here's where I think it's really, really cool. I want to start you guys fresh with this. So this is actually an awesome platform that you can use to trade with fake money. Now, I would highly recommend, if you're someone who is a beginner, who is just starting out to trading, who wants to get their feet wet, this is where you must start initially, just to get a feel for your platform. Okay, I don't really believe in paper trading to be like super beneficial in terms of your emotional state, managing risk, and things like that, because it's fake money. You're not going to be going through the same emotions. You're not going to have that same feeling when you lose or when you win, okay? You just won't. And so it really, there's something that you really need to get access to with your own money, and that's something you should level up to very quickly. But initially, you should totally use this feature to understand the platform, how it works, so that you don't have any mistakes when you start trading with real money that are because you don't know the platform. If you make a mistake because you put a sell order instead of a buy order, or you didn't use a good till cancel, or you didn't click extended hours, that's going to be on you, and you need to understand that first. So you can really start with a blank layout here and add any widgets you want, but I would recommend starting out with probably this layout, or if you're someone who really gets into active day trading, you can go with this layout right here, which you can upload a bunch of things, and we'll click on this really quick. Right off the bat, we can have two charts pull up. We can have order books here for both of these shown, and of course, right now it's pre-market hour, so we can't see actually everything that we want to see here with level 2 and stuff. And I will talk more about that at the end of this video. So make sure you're staying tuned so you can understand what this is and how you can get access to something pretty cool right now for free. So right now I have my account here set. I can reset my account value, and you can actually change this number pretty much to whatever you would like, which I think is pretty cool. I made a video going over the paper trading account not too long ago, so you guys can also check out that video I have here on the channel. But this is pretty cool. So you can have your watches on the left-hand side, and guys, this is always customizable. So we can go here, we can edit this widget, we can go in, there's a lot of things you can do here inside of this widget. We can edit this out, we can customize where we want to put it, and then this little thing, this little group right here is also something you should also note. And so you can set things as a group. So if I click on something or I change something on one of these, and as long as these groups are connected, it's going to change on both. So if I pull something up here on the order book and I want to change this ticker right here, these are all going to be connected. Everything with this little 1 right here is going to be connected. And so if I change it here, it's going to also change it on all of these widgets that have a 1. Just something that's pretty cool, and I really think you should understand that, because it's, again, another little platform quirk that's pretty cool that you need to know, that can be very helpful. Because if all of a sudden you're trying to put in a market buy for 100 shares, right, and your trading tab is over here, and you're looking at a chart and you change the chart, and the chart's now a different stock, but this trading tab is a different stock than you're looking at the chart, you could make a wrong decision, and that's not something you want to be dealing with. So again, we can customize all these different tabs. This is an active trading tab. So if you want to just quickly market buy or quickly sell, well, we can have limits, but right now it's pre-market hours, so we actually can't see that. But we can, again, customize this active trader, or we don't even have to use the active trader if we don't want to. Now let's move back up to my account. So here we are back where we were before. We can see a lot of different things. I want to point out a couple things. So we can see my positions here on the left-hand side. Currently, we can see the profit percentage, what I'm currently up or down on a certain stock. And with the stocks I tend to trade, generally what I do is I actually like to buy as it dips and then waiting for a sell on a pop. So if it starts popping on up, I'm looking to sell. This is actually really cool. Webull, what they do is they really easily show your cash, your total market value. So how much money do I currently have in the markets and how much money is sitting cash, which is pretty cool. And if you are someone who is using this as more of a portfolio instead of just like an active type of trading thing, you can see where you have options, you can see where stocks are, the cash, you can see where your assets kind of are. And I think it's pretty cool. Also on top of that, you can see your risk level, which I do think is nice to just see. Although at the end of the day, you should understand that this is going to be up to you. You have to assess your own risk and manage your own risk properly. But if you're seeing that you're up on the higher risk, understand why that's happening. Are you pretty much all in? Is all your cash in the market? Are you in very risky stocks? That's something you do want to take into account. We'll also see the day trades here, which is really, really good to note. This is because the PDT rule with a margin account, because I have a margin Webull account right now, you can only make 3-day trades per 5 trading days. And so it makes it very easy. So if today I wanted to use 3-day trades, I can do so. But then I can't use them tomorrow, Friday, Monday, or Tuesday. Just understand that, okay? And you'll always be able to see this on the platform. You can come right down here and see, just to make sure you can use a day trade today if you want. And that's also really, really awesome to see. Very easy banking section. We can have a deposit, we can withdraw, we can transfer stocks very, very quickly and very easily right here. I like it a lot, guys. I think it's pretty cool. We can see my account value right here. But now you probably want to see, okay, where is the good stuff? Where are the charts? And real quick, actually, before we jump into the charts, we can see the IRA. We can open an IRA, which is pretty cool. Options section, we can see our statements, trade confirmations, and any tax documents you may need access to at any time. They are going to be right there for you. Very easy and very streamlined. So here we are now on the stocks section of the Webull 4.0 desktop platform. We have a chart right here. You're probably not going to see a chart that looks like this, okay? So I'm looking currently at Kodak, okay? So KODK is the current stock that I am just looking at here on this chart. Doesn't mean that I'm buying it, but we go to this edit section and make sure you can understand what's on this section. We have the moving averages, exponential moving averages. We can go through all these different indicators, okay? These are going to be up to you to go and do your own due diligence and research on what they actually are, not for this video. They do have a lot that you can add to your chart, and you can also customize the lengths of these different moving averages when you put them on your chart, which I think is very, very helpful. One other thing to note is that you want to go to chart settings. So I am looking at pre-market hours. Show extended hours must be checked if you want to see what's going on the chart after the market closes. So the market opens here at 9:30 a.m. Eastern and will close at 4 p.m. Eastern. If you want to see what's going on before that and after that during those extended hours trading, make sure extended hours is checked. Generally, there'll be lower volume, but it's still good to see what's going on with the price, especially if there's news or if something happens, there's earnings or there's some big time news and things start moving pretty fast. Also, one other thing to note is you can change your candle settings. So you can look at just a line, you can look at an area, you can look at just a candle, you can look at a hollow candle, you can look at all these different things. I like to use Heikin-Ashis and I also like to use hollow candles. That's just my style. That's how I like to set my things up. But again, that's customizable to you. Really quick up here, we're going to see the stock. We're going to see the open, the low. We can see where it's at right now pre-market. It's up actually 46 cents. And here we are. So here's Active Trader and here's just your normal trading tab, which I think is really cool. I prefer the normal trading tab generally myself. And what I'm going to do here is we can go to the quantity, and these are my custom quantities that I set up in the settings. And so I can have these all customly done and click on them and make it super easy. I want to make a buy order. I have it customly set to limit all of them all the time, although that can be changed to market, stop, limit, which I have a video going over Webull order types if you guys want to go check that video out here on the channel as well. But we can set it up, put your limit price in, and I want to have this to time enforce just day. I can also have good till canceled, and I also have extended hours checked. And again, we can click on the stop loss or take profit if you would like. when you're initially putting your order in. We can see time and sale. So right now here it's 8:16 a.m. Eastern. We can just see that an order went through for 2,500 shares at 8:47. So we see the pre-market price here 8:47. We can see 8:47 here on the chart. Now it's 8:50. Order just went through of 300 shares at 8:50. So we can start seeing time and sales, and you can actually bring this up, bring this down, put it in any place you would like. Really, it's up to you. And one other thing that's cool is we'll talk about this here in a second, which you're going to get access to this, which I think is very, very cool coming forward for the next 3 months for free. So let me explain that really quick after I talk about this bottom section. This is actually really cool. So we can have our news. So if we have any updated press releases, boom, we're going to find them right here. If you want to look at a quick shot of some financials, so we can look at the quarterly, of course, we can bring this up and customize this to however you would like to see, and we can of course customize the chart to any interval you would like. I'm looking at the 1 minute, now I'm looking at the 5 minute, just to get a broader view. Okay, we can look at the quarterly financials, we can look at the annual. Okay, we look at all these different things: net income, total revenue, operating revenue. I think it's pretty cool just to get a quick glance if you would like. Balance sheet, we can see right here. We can also look at some cash flow. Just a quick little thing. If you're making a split-second decision, it might be potentially good to see that, or it's something just to look at before you make an order on any stock. If you have any analysts that are doing anything, you can see that. We can see the order flow right here, which is pretty cool. We can see press release. We can go through all this stuff, guys. We can see corporate actions. We can see all this different stuff, any splits, insider activity, and that's just, I think, is really, really cool and beneficial to have. And again, we can look at our recently views or watch list on the left-hand side. Sometimes if you want more of a chart view, you can just get rid of this. You can get rid of this guy right here. We can just scroll this over and look at the chart. So it's up to you how you want to customize this. Again, guys, you can always change all these widgets. It's completely customizable to you, and there are more widgets you can add for sure. So now real quick, I want to talk about this order book level 2 NASDAQ TotalView. So right now you're actually getting NASDAQ TotalView for free on Webull right when you sign up for your account. This is actually really cool. So all you have to do is jump down below this video, hit the link, grab your 2 free stocks now valued up to $1,650 in potential value with those 2 free stocks. Once you deposit $100 into your account, you're going to get 2 free stocks, okay? You're also going to get 3 months free of NASDAQ TotalView, which all users are actually getting access to, which is pretty cool, and I'm very excited to actually go in and dive in on this platform and use TotalView. So essentially with TotalView, you're going to see the full order depth, okay, like the bids, the asks, where there is buying pressure, where there is selling pressure, if that makes sense. So with level 2, you're really able to see a lot of different things, but TotalView goes a little bit deeper into level 2, and I think that's pretty cool. And here's an example of TotalView and what it actually is. This is actually not from Webull. This is going to be just explaining what TotalView can help you with. So I want to go through this quick example just so you can understand what TotalView is all about. Really quick, we have this example of 2 traders using level 2 and one using TotalView, okay, and they're deciding on whether they want to go long on a certain stock. And so they're seeing this right here. The person with TotalView is able to see the bid, the ask, and they're able to see the size, and we can actually see, right, the size on each side. So the TotalView trader here has the advantage because they can see almost 4 times liquidity available for immediate execution within 3 cents of the inside. And in addition, they can also see pockets of orders or potential buying pressure at different depths, okay, so a couple cents off the current bid. That could be very, very beneficial. We can see buying pressure potentially coming in for a certain stock. That's what NASDAQ TotalView is actually giving you, and level 2 can't provide all of that, especially if you use TD Ameritrade's level 2, not the best level 2. Personally, from my experience, it's kind of okay to just to see if you want to glance at it, but it's really not going to be giving you very much, and I would not recommend using that for level 2. So pretty much what we see here is the second person doesn't really anticipate the buying pressure, and the first guy who has TotalView does, and they're able to make a $200 profit off 800 shares because they saw the buying pressure. Pretty much, that's pretty much it. That's what TotalView is. Hopefully that makes sense. You guys can do a little more research into what it is if you ever want to pay for it outside of these first 3 months. But it's free right now as long as you sign up for Webull and start using the platform right now, and make sure to grab your 2 free stocks in the process. So going forward, we have the screener section. I have a video going over the Webull screener, but this is actually really cool. You can customize your own screeners. I have a top gainers, I have a hot, I have my own. We can look at bank stocks, whatever you want to do. And what this is going to show is the top gainers for today. So what's up the most, and we can click this and we can see that TRXC right now is up 23, almost 24% on the day. and that is something that I want to be looking at if I want to find what's hot right now. And last but not least, we have this market section here on the platform. I think it's really cool. We can see just overall market news. We can see some different markets and what they are doing across the world. Is China up? Is China down? We can look at a couple different things. I think it's really cool. We can see some hot sectors, and right now we're seeing retail, real estate operations, software, and IT are some hot sectors right now. And we can see some of the biggest and best performing stocks in those sectors. This is actually really cool because you'll get a sense as to what's going on, and I think that's really cool. Again, completely customizable like everything else. So hopefully this video helped you guys out. I hope you guys enjoy me going into my platform, showing what it has to offer, why I like it, and how this could be your only platform. Again, you can take these screens, you can actually make this across multiple screens, take different pages and make a different screen, open new tabs. It's really cool. I like it a lot. Again, links down below to get those 2 free stocks up to $1,650 in value, and NASDAQ TotalView, which is normally $25 a month, for free over the next 3 months, guys. I appreciate every single one of you. Make sure you are subscribed. Thumbs up for this video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.